Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Mariah Defeated here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you my go-to fail-proof look. And what I mean by that is I don't actually have an everyday look that I do all the time, you know what I mean? And I'm constantly doing different eyeshadow looks and you know what I mean, like different looks, different lip combinations. Like that's just me. I don't have an everyday look. So I thought, why not show you my fail-proof look, which is essentially a look that I love to do if I don't really know what else I want to do in terms of eyeshadow, or I don't have the time and I really want to still look perfected, snatch, with not too much going on, but it looks like I got a lot going on. And that for me is just a wing liner, classic liner, a nice lip, and then perfected skin. So if you would like to see how I achieve this look, then definitely keep on watching. Do not forget to subscribe, thumbs up this video, share this video. I would love for you guys to join my MD Beauty channel and join the fam. So yeah, let's just get right into this look. So I'm trying to grow my channel, right? And in the midst of me like trying to figure out what kind of like content that I should create that will bring more people to my channel, I realized that, like, you know, the more popular videos that I've come across are like get ready with me's or everyday looks and things of that nature, right? Now I definitely do get ready with me videos, and I plan to do a lot more too, because I find in the last couple of like months to a year, I was doing a lot of like foundation review videos, which people definitely enjoy watching as well. But realistically, sometimes people don't have the money to be buying new foundations like every month. To rub in that edge control with the back of my, with my finger, and just rub it in and really like press down the hairs. Taking clear duo lash glue, and I'm going to seal in my brow and it will stay laid down. I got this spatula from Shop Miss A. It was like $1 something. It was like $1.80 something. My go-to concealer, these are my favorite concealers, which is the KVD concealer, just in 2 different shades. I'm taking Tan 161 to go under my brow. I don't have a go-to look in the sense of I wear it every day. I don't have an everyday look, because when I do my makeup, I do it based off how I'm feeling, you know, what I feel like doing. And a lot of the times I do feel like wearing eyeshadow, so my eyeshadow is going to look different every single time. One day it might be soft glam, the next it might be bold and bright with a cut crease and graphic liner and glitter, like the whole 9 yards. And other days I might not wear eyeshadow at all. So I'm not doing this look as a go-to everyday look, but this is my go-to fail-proof look. Now that my concealer is blended out, we're going to take the ABH brow pen in the shade Granite, and we're going to lightly fill it in. I've let my brows grow out a lot more, so I don't really need a lot of this in my brows, and I concentrate it towards the end. Brows are done. We're going to go ahead and take my Huda Beauty Blondie setting powder and just lightly set under my brow. I forgot to prime, so I'm going to go in with my Fenty primer. And these are my favorite primers, Fenty. I like the hydrating one and the original Pro Filter one, because I am going to be wearing a matte foundation. I'm going to just use the hydrating one. So now that we're color corrected, we're going to go in with your favorite type of foundation. I have oily combination skin, and I always gravitate towards like fuller coverage foundations. My favorite foundation still is the Huda Beauty. I did recently test the KVD, and that is a really great foundation. They're like toe-to-toe for me, but I really do still like the Huda Beauty. So I'm just shaking it up, and we're going to be using the shade Gingerbread today. And I'm going to do a couple of pumps dabbing it on the back of my, like, my palette, and I'm pressing it into my skin. See, look at that. I didn't even press a lot. I'm gonna have foundation left over, but this is my favorite. This is still a bottle of the original formulation, the cream. I also have the Luminous Matte, which is the new reformulated one. And I honestly love both, but I'm just trying to finish up the bottle of the old formulation. The foundation all said and done. I only needed those few pumps to do my face and neck, and now we're going to go into concealing. So I showed you guys these concealers earlier. These are just the KVD concealers. These are my top concealer for sure. This one is ending soon. You can tell it's coming towards the end of its life. And I just highlight my T-zone like that. And then I'm going to take medium 146. And this is the lighter one that I just concentrate more so on my inner corner. I naturally have lines under my eyes. I'm going to go in with the same fluffy brush that I used earlier to set my brow. And I'm going to lightly set under my eye. Now, I'm going to take my powder puff, and you can get these on Amazon. And I'm going to dip this into the powder, and I'm going to press it and even out the powder onto my sponge. And then I'm going to press under my eye and in my T-zone to set and like bake those areas. Okay, so that's that powder. Now, I don't bake for long. I don't think it's necessary to bake for like minutes. Just like maybe a minute at most. I don't bake for long at all. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to use my Fenty. This is just a foundation powder that I'm using up right now. I don't want to pop open a brand new powder that I have because I want to finish this first. But my favorite setting powder, like foundation powder, is MAC. MAC Studio Fix powder is my favorite. I can use C8 or NC55. C8 is the better matching one, but that is my favorite foundation powder. I do have that, but it's brand new, it's unopened, and I have other powders that I would like to finish before I bust that open. So right now I'm using the Fenty 385, and this is not a bad foundation powder either. This is actually really nice as well. But I love MAC Studio Fix powder way better. So just keep that in mind, but you can also use this. I would say this is pretty good as well. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to set the rest of my face and my neck. And I'm using a little bit. I'm not using a lot. And I'm just pressing it into my skin. And then I'm also going to dust away the bake. Oh, I'm not really doing eyeshadow with this look. So I'm just going to take the concealer that's like settled and just blend out the creasing. And then I'm going to take the same foundation powder and set my lid. Now I'm going to take my Sephora Micro Smooth, and I'm going to be using the shade 35 Bronze, and I'm going to take my powder puff and I'm going to press it into the powder, and I'm going to use a bit of that to brighten under my eye a bit. And I started doing this recently, like last year, but I've always used Sephora Micro Smooth to go over my makeup. I use this method if I want like a brighter, kind of like smoother under eye. Then we're going to take our same powder foundation brush, and I'm going to take Micro Smooth in the shade 56, which is what I normally use. And I'm going to go over my entire face with this. I honestly think that this adds not only another like light layer of coverage, but it smooths out my skin more. I see the difference, so that's why I use this. I'm just going to contour. And I'm going to be using Morphe's Cocoa Whoa bronzer, and I use that to contour. I've just been using this recently, but to be honest, like, you can use any contour of your choice. I don't really have a favorite contour. Now we're really getting into sculpting back up the face. I'm going to show you my favorite bronzer. This is my favorite shimmery bronzer. I do have a favorite matte bronzer. It's the Colored Rain Cinnabe. That's my favorite matte bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer of all time. This is the Absolute New York Pro Bronzer in the shade Dark. This bronzer is so beautiful. So I'm going to take my bronzing brush and I'm just going to work that into my skin. It has a little bit of a shimmer and it just adds this beautiful warmth back into my skin, and I love it. I'm just going to take a little bit of my Cocoa Woe, very little, and I'm going to kind of deepen up my crease here. Sometimes I do this. I don't do this all the time. I'm just going to add some right here and kind of drag it into my nose a bit to add just a little bit of something going on the eye, kind of. Not really. Blushed. My favorite blush is Sweetest Cocoa by MAC. They discontinued it. I'm so sorry. You could do Penny for Your Thoughts from Fenty, the highlighter. It's pretty similar. Or you could do Trippin' Blush by ColourPop. Those would be like the dupes you could get. But I have this, and then I have a backup like pan refill, and I got that just before I realized that they were discontinuing it because they stopped selling it in this, and then they were selling it in pro refills, and then I was like, this is going away. I just have a feeling they're gonna discontinue this, and they did, so go figure. Now we could stop here, but I'm gonna add a little bit of highlighter. I feel like adding highlighter today, so we're gonna do, this is my favorite highlighter. This is from Kiss New York. This is their Pro Touch Glow and Bronze Powder, and this is in medium. A little bit goes a long way. I was using this for so long at one point, and I still have not even hit pan. So, and this is huge, so she's gonna last me a while, but she's my favorite highlighter. So we do that. We do the tips of my nose. So a step that I always do in this look, in any look that I do, is I spray down my face with Fix Plus. So I'm going to do that because I'm about to go do my liner. So I want to spray down my face with Fix Plus. And then of course at the very end of my makeup, I do setting spray. So we're going to go in with this. This is just the original Fix Plus. You can use whatever flavor that you want, whatever settling mist, fixing mist that you have. So yeah. So this is my complexion. Really nice, really perfected, really sculpted and warm and just chef's kiss. So I always do my base like this anyways. Like when I'm doing any type of look, what I tend to do is just switch out products. So I might use a different foundation, you know what I mean, a different kind of bronzer. And so it might give a little bit of a shift and change just depending on like the tone of the bronzer, the foundation that I'm using, the finish and things like that. But essentially like the technique of how I apply things and the look I'm going for is the same. But these are my favorite products out of each category. So use any eyeliner of choice. I have a few liquids, but I always like to use gel, especially for my like lower lash line. We're not doing any lower lash line liner because my go-to fail proof look doesn't require it. It requires wing liner. So I'm just taking a angled brush and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills waterproof cream. I also have used the Inglot gel liner in the past, and again you can use liquid liner of your choice, but today I'm using this. So I'm just taking my brush, and in the cap I'm just flattening out the brush and like product, and we're gonna go ahead and do our liner. This is my liner. I set it with a black eyeshadow because anything cream I like to set so that it doesn't transfer. The way that my eyelids work, like if I don't set gel eyeliner, it'll transfer into my crease. So I find setting it with black eyeshadow eliminates that. We're gonna apply some mascara. I'm gonna apply some to my top and my bottom lashes. My lashes are getting a little bit tacky. We're gonna get into this lip, honey. This would be my go-to lip combination for sure. Like, I love this combination. So I'm going to be taking Trendsetter by Morphe and applying that lip liner first. My lipstick for this would be Boy Toy. It's just this cool toned nude. It is so pretty. So you apply that on the outskirts, and we're going to deepen it up a little bit with Richie from Morphe. And then we do two glosses. We're going to do Uncensored 2.0 from Artist Couture. And you can change up the topper. Today I feel like wearing Estella. I usually will do Freya from ABH as well. Or Summertime. Summertime is a limited edition. But you can use any type of sparkly topper of your choice. The main shades that I stick to for this lip is the lip liners and the lipstick and this first gloss. Okay, so now we're gonna pop on our lash, which I use tweezers. I apply it down in the center, and then I work on my outer and inner corners. So this is the completed look. I think this look turned out super beautiful. Like I said, it's fail proof for me. I can always switch it up by doing a different style of lash, changing up the lip, but for the most part, this is my go-to fail proof look. Just a classic wing liner, lashes, and a nice nude lip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Learned something new maybe to add to your routine. If you guys have any specific requests of tutorials that you would like to see, please feel free to leave them down below. And I will see you guys in another one. Thank you so much for watching, guys.